During a debate over the banning of gender-affirming care in Montana, a Republican speaking on the floor of the House admitted, well, that she'd basically be a terrible parent.
Without surgery, the risk of suicide goes way up. Well, I am one of those parents who lived with a daughter who was suicidal for 3 years. Someone once asked me, wouldn't I just do anything to help save her? And I really had to think. And the answer was no.
No. So when it comes to, and by the way, she went on to take the side of banning gender-affirming care, which has been shown to save children's lives. So that's pretty clear. And what she means that she would rather have dead children than trans children. This is your pro-life Republican Party. Now, when you call them out for precisely what they're saying, again, being in favor of dead trans children, you end up getting the wrath of Republican lawmakers. And there is a openly transgender woman in Montana, a legislator, who is on the receiving end of that wrath. Zoe Zephyr. Now, yesterday, on Tuesday, she reported that she received a letter informing her that the Republicans plan to vote to censure or expel her from office, and that vote would occur on Wednesday. Quote, I've been informed that during tomorrow's floor session, there will be a motion to either censure or expel me. I've also been told I'll get a chance to speak. I will do as I've always done, rise on behalf of my constituents in defense of my community and for democracy itself. By the way, I really do need to change my lower third here. She was, now Zoe Zephyr was silenced after telling Republicans that they should be ashamed for endorsing legislation that could force a transgender minor to go through puberty without receiving gender-affirming health care, medical care. That is the circumstance that Zephyr, a trans woman, called tantamount to torture. Well, yes. Now, the statements that apparently Republicans took umbrage with is when she said, quote, that they should be ashamed for endorsing legislation. Oh, I just read that. The only thing that I will say is if you vote yes on this bill and yes on these amendments, I hope the next time there's an invocation when you bow your heads in prayer, you will see the blood on your hands. Well, apparently, as I just showed you, they don't care. They don't care about the blood on their hands. They don't care about the lives of transgender children. They would rather have dead children than trans children. Do you get it? Do you understand now? Do you understand that transgender people are being targeted for eradication? I mean, they come out and say it. They want to eliminate trans people. That's it. They don't give a damn about protecting children. They want these children dead. They want trans adults dead. They do not want them to exist. They're admitting it openly. All over social media, by the way. All over Twitter. And what's Elon Musk doing about it? Nothing. Nothing. You know why? Because Elon Musk agrees with them. They all do. Funny enough, it's probably because he joins the ranks of the divorced. And his wife left him for a trans woman, Chelsea Manning. So, and look, you see this a lot, actually. Graham Lineman, sorry. Another, weirdo transphobe on Twitter. Divorced. Because he hates trans people. I mean, Steven Crowder, divorced. Going through a divorce. Massively transphobic. It's almost as if there's a trend. The more transphobic you are, the more divorced you are. Weird. But look, these dudes would rather target innocent transgender people than go to therapy. Now, as for the woman in the video that I showed you, look, I feel horrible for her daughter. I feel horrible if she has any other children. You know why? Because a good parent would do whatever it takes to ensure that their children are happy, healthy, and thriving. And that's what is so just horrible about some of these anti-trans bills that will literally criminalize parents for doing the right thing and supporting their children who are transgender and are getting gender-affirming care or are wanting to get gender-affirming care. You want to criminalize these people, throw people in prison for being good parents and supportive of their children. And that just shows you, though, how some of these right-wing parents are. That there are some parents out there that just want to control their children as if they're not even human beings, as if they're just possessions, forcing their children to being what they want and not allowing their children to be themselves, to be who they are, to live their own truth. You see that, unfortunately, with a lot of homophobic, transphobic parents, conservative parents, control freaks, that kind of thing. But it's disgusting. But the overall lesson here is when people show you exactly who they are, as this lady did, maybe you should believe them. Maybe you should take the threat to transgender people seriously.